every single transaction has something new and another challenge that you've never come across before. And I love to put all the pieces together and find out how we're going to solve that problem for that particular client.
I recommend Barb and her team to my clients, my friends, even family members, because they take very good care of anyone that I send over.
You know, from beginning to end, it was under promise and over perform. Everything I got was easier than it was supposed to be, faster than it was supposed to be, and a lot more fun than we expected. So we had a blast.
It was a great experience. It took us a year, and I remember them telling us right at the very beginning that, you know, don't worry, we're here with you every step of the way. Be patient. We'll find the right house. It's a buyer's market, so we weren't really pressured. And we looked at a lot of houses, but we pretty quickly got it narrowed down to probably half a dozen houses that we liked. And this is a house that we actually looked at very early on, came back to a couple of times, thinking that we weren't going to buy it because somebody else had an offer on it, but we liked the house, and then it suddenly became available. And we were able to move really quickly and get everything done, and moved in and bought the house, and we love it. It was a great experience. I mean, we feel like we made friends.
After meeting with all of them, we just felt like she was the most knowledgeable, you know, best one to work with for us.
We felt like she was competent and could guide us through the transition of selling our home smoothly. And we never had sold a home before, and so we needed someone who could take us step by step on how to do this, especially it being a short sale. So it was really intimidating, and we needed someone who could, you know, really be available to us to answer our questions, to, you know, work with us step by step.
Now, I've worked with a number of realtors over the past 10 years, and no one compares to Barb or her team. I asked them, hey, did Barb take care of you? Did her team members take care of you? The answer is always yes, and they're thrilled.
We had a couple of hiccups along the way where we had issues that had to be resolved, and Barbara, you know, immediately jumped in there and got us set up with the right bankers, the right lenders. So it was a very easy experience. And once we had the house picked that we wanted and made the offer, and the offer was accepted, everything happened really quickly. Got moved in really fast. So I couldn't be happier.
In this economy, in this world, it's a hard time to step out and build a new house from scratch. And everything we expected happened. It was smooth. The team did a great job. Jenny, we worked a lot with Jenny. She kept us updated daily, weekly, sometimes hourly on where we were at. So we always felt like every day we knew where we were at and where we were going and what the next step was.
I don't think we ever looked at a house or a property that wasn't in the guidelines that we established. So we didn't feel like we were wasting our time ever. So that made it a lot easier. It made it feel like we had somebody working for us with our interests in mind, not trying to just sell us a house.
Yeah, we would definitely refer Barb Adopt to anybody. We felt we were very happy with, you know, the way the process went, and
We won't be using anyone else.
Because they understand. There's a level of empathy and compassion mixed in with a high level of proficiency and professionalism that shows them where people are going. They see problems before they happen, and they fix them before you ever, as a customer, that I ever even know about them.
They're results driven, and they made it fun. I mean, we got exactly what we wanted. We got the price that we wanted to pay. Everything fell into place, and we never, I mean, it's always stressful buying a house, but we never felt stressed as far as the buying process went. So I would highly recommend them. Couldn't be happier.
We met with Barb here in her office, and she went through the basic overview of what would be a short sale, and then she came out to our home a few days later, and we initiated that process. She brought out all the paperwork that was necessary to get it started, and it was very organized. I was very concerned about what do I do in doing a short sale of a home, and she was able to guide us through step by step. I mean, there was a paper that had numbers and specific steps we were supposed to do. So when we finished one, we crossed it off and moved on to the next thing. And so it really made things really clear and clean cut for what we were supposed to do.
In today's housing industry, it is a buyer's market, but it's not an easy process. So I think it's really important to have somebody that not only you feel like is doing work for you and not just treating you like another customer, but also having the contacts and the networking abilities to get all of the right players involved so that you can close a deal when you find one, because we looked at a lot of houses that were there one day and gone the next. And so we were just really lucky that when we found the house we wanted, we were able to pull the trigger and get into it pretty rapidly. And I think that's a reflection on the agents that you have working for you. If they really know their stuff, know the people that you need to talk to, and can make things happen.
So when we first started the short sale process, we were a little worried that it was going to take a really long time, because we actually know people that were short selling their home as well, and it had been a year and they still haven't finished the process. So ours went really fast, a lot faster than normal, really smooth. It ended up being 3-4 months.
And we totally attribute that to Barb. I think that it was because of her that the whole process went quickly, and that she transitioned us from one step to the next. And I think it was the excellent communication, the competence, the knowledge, and just super efficient. That's what made it so successful, I think. So we would totally recommend her to any of our family and friends who are buying, selling a home, in any respect.
They take the biggest decision in your life and the biggest purchase ever and make it seem like it's one step away from going to the mall.
I really am there to work for you. And whether that's a buyer or a seller, I'm going to do that. And we are not interested just in finding the right home for you. But when you get done with that purchase, I want you to feel like it was been an educational experience as well. So that you're gonna build on your knowledge. When you sell this house, you're gonna understand the parts that went into buying that home. And in your next home, you're gonna go into that as a more educated consumer. That's really our goal, not only for the first-time home buyer, but for the investor as well, and quite frankly, even for a person that has short sold their home. You're going to understand the process.